May 1st, 2011, a team of US Navy SEALs stormed a compound in Pakistan. They found their target upstairs, unarmed but dangerous. There were 2 bullets, one in the chest, one in the head, and Osama bin Laden was dead. The most wanted man in the world was gone in less than 10 minutes. But how did we get here? Who was this man who wanted America for a decade? And how did the billionaire's son become the face of global terror? Osama bin Laden was born in 1957, the 17th child out of 52. His father was a billionaire construction tycoon in Saudi Arabia, tied with the royal family. Osama grew up surrounded by gold, oil, and power, but while his siblings chased business in the West, Osama stayed home, drawn to religion and radical ideas. By his early 20s, he was already a rising star in the Islamist movement, not with guns, but with money and conviction. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. Bin Laden saw his chance not to fight but to fund and recruit. With scholar Abdullah Azam, he created a global network to bring in Muslim fighters from Cairo to Brooklyn, and it worked. Young men flooded in, a generation of warriors was born, and at the center of it all was Osama bin Laden. In 1988, bin Laden breaks from Azam. He forms Qaeda, which means the base. The mission was not just war, it was spectacle. It was not just armies, it was terror. When Iraq invaded Kuwait, bin Laden offered his fighters to protect Saudi Arabia. The Saudis said no and asked the US instead. That was the break. Bin Laden turned against the West, and he turned hard. Expelled from Saudi Arabia, he went to Sudan, and that's when the killing started. In 1992, a bomb hit a hotel in Yemen, housing American troops. Bin Laden's name is whispered. And in 1993, 18 US soldiers are killed in Mogadishu. Al-Qaeda had trained the attackers. In the same year, World Trade Center bombing, 6 dead, hundreds injured. Then comes the 1996 year. Koba Towers bombing, 19 Americans killed, and 2 years later, twin embassy bombings in Kenya and Tanzania, over 200 dead. Bin Laden wasn't hiding anymore, he was broadcasting. In fatwas and videos, he declared war on the US, and it was just getting started. 19 hijackers, 4 planes, nearly 3,000 people murdered. The Twin Towers, the Pentagon, a Pennsylvania field. The world watched in horror. Within hours, one name was on everyone's lips: Osama bin Laden. He didn't just want to wound America, he wanted to provoke a war, and he succeeded. The US invaded Afghanistan. The Taliban fell, but bin Laden vanished. For nearly a decade, the CIA hunted ghosts. He was in caves, he was in Iran, he was dead, he was alive, but in truth, he was hiding in plain sight. Abbottabad, Pakistan, a walled compound with no internet, no phone lines, just a courier and silence. Until one day, silence cracked. A tip, a pattern, a shadow taller than the rest. On May 1, 2011, the day of the raid. It was at midnight. SEAL Team 6 lifts off in a stealth helicopter. Inside the compound were women and children asleep. Bin Laden was located on the 3rd floor. The breach is very fast and brutal. There were gunfire, screams, and silence. 2 shots and a decade-long manhunt. Osama bin Laden, the face of global terror, was dead in under 10 minutes. What now? The body was buried at sea. The war didn't end. Al-Qaeda fractured and multiplied. Bin Laden's second in command, al-Zawahiri, was killed in 2022. The legacy of 9/11 lives on in policies, in scars, and in silence. Osama bin Laden believed terror could reshape the world, and in many ways it did. But no matter how long evil hides, history has a way of catching up. This is the Thinking Space with Imole.